Hey everybody! I'm popping on tonight to talk about online teaching. I was just live in my group and I left my headphones on, or I left my headphones plugged in because I had just got done teaching and no one could hear me. So I go live on my page and reach more people, and then I can share this in the group after. So if you are on and watching, just go ahead and say hi in the comments so I can see you and make sure that everybody can hear me. Oh, you know what? I'll check too on my phone. Let's see if everybody. And say hi. Oh, okay. So I know that people can hear me. Okay, cool. I do see that some people are watching. So if anyone's on, can you just type hi or something in the comments just so I know that you can hear me properly? I was just having some audio issues, so I just want to make sure before I go ahead and answer the questions that people can actually hear what I'm saying. That would be fantastic. Um, I think I can hear myself on mine, but I just want to be clear to make sure that I don't just sit here talking to myself again. Okay, so I was just live in my group for online teachers, and so I wanted to share some information, and I just figured, you know what, I'll come on live on my regular page so everybody can see me, and then I can just share this video later. So I have been having a bunch of people reach out to me today, like hundreds, not even kidding, to ask me about the online teaching and what is it exactly that I do and how does it work and how do you get paid and how many hours and all kinds of questions. So I just figured it would be easier for me to come on and talk to you live and answer any of the questions that you have. So if you have a pressing question, go ahead and put it in the comments. Hey Barbie, how are you? Okay, good. So she can hear me, I think, because she's saying hi. So I'm coming on to answer any of your questions. So anything goes. Ask me whatever it is that you want to ask me. And I'm also just going to cover some of the questions that I got today from people that I know that most people do ask. So I'm just going to grab my charger. Just give me 1 second. Because the last thing I need now is for my computer to die. Okay, so I have talked to a lot of people today, and they've been asking me a lot of questions about teaching online. And so I want to answer them for you. So, yes, I teach online. I've actually been teaching online since 2019, and it's been amazing, and I love it so much. But then the pandemic hit, and I found another teaching platform that has been even better and so has blessed my life. So the teaching platform that I found has allowed me to teach any hours that I want. It has allowed me to teach in more than one country, and it allows me to charge learners. Thank you, Barbie. She can hear me. Okay, awesome. It allows me to charge or earn the money that I am worth, and I'm allowed to teach whatever I want, and it's just been such a blessing. So I can literally, teach any class that I want, teach it whatever time I want, teach it whatever how much I want it to how much I want it to cost, and I can teach in several different countries. So it has been amazing. So I know a lot of people today asked me, well, Michelle, like, what do you teach? I don't have a teaching degree. Well, guess what? You don't need a teaching degree to teach on this platform. This platform is so great that they believe that everybody has something to offer, and you don't have to have a teaching degree or have teaching experience to go on and teach somebody something. As long as you know a little bit more than somebody else, you are able to teach. That's just how it is in life, right? So one of my most popular classes right now on my platform is Roblox safety. So I literally teach a class on how to have children play the game of Roblox safely and for them to understand that you're playing on the internet and you're playing with people that are of all ages and how to be mindful of that and how to be aware of, being online and talking to strangers. So that is my most popular class. It's not a science class, it's not a history class. I do teach other classes like that, but there's so many other opportunities out there to teach on this platform. And I just got done taking a class or teaching a class, and it's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in where I am, okay? And so I taught a class starting at 8:30 for me. But if it's 8:30 here, it's really like 6:30 somewhere else, or it's 4:30 somewhere else. And so the kids can come on wherever they are, and they just have to meet at the time that works for them. So that's why I'm able to teach when my kids are sleeping. And I get to teach from home. This is my little home virtual classroom behind me. And so I get to teach when I want and I get to charge what I want. I get to have my classes anywhere from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. So I really get to choose anything that I want. So, I mean, you really can't beat that. What was one of my questions today? And let me check the comments to see if anyone else has any questions. Okay, no other questions right now. So another one of the things that somebody asked me today was, how do I teach my lessons and how do I come up with ideas? Well, the platform actually has a newsletter that they send out every week, and they actually have an entire list of things that parents have asked or requested for classes to be. So that's kind of how I get a lot of my ideas. If a parent's requesting, a class about Barbies, then I'll go make a class about Barbies if that's what I'm interested in. I'm not going to go ahead and teach a class about piano lessons because I can't play piano. So I wouldn't choose that. Hey, Ralph Ann, nice to see you. So yeah, you really would want to, look at the list, find something you're interested in and that you're passionate about and that you have something to offer, and then you can go ahead and create that class. And there's several different ways that you can create classes. The most basic one that I like to teach the fellow teachers that are coming on and joining me is Google Slides. If you can make a Google slideshow, then you have a lesson plan. It's so easy, and I can show you exactly how to do it. I have an entire separate group that I can invite you into, and I can put that in the comments, and I will go ahead in the group and I will show you exactly how to build your lesson plan and how to have an objective. And you don't have to have a quiz. You don't have to have tests. You don't have to have homework. You can have those things, but this is not about teaching and starting to grade all these papers. It's not like that. You really are just teaching learners to, explore different things and have different life skills. Craft question. Okay. I would love to find the printer. Which one should I buy? I'm not sure what kind of printer you're talking about, Cheryl. If you can be more specific, are you talking about like like a cutting machine, like the Cricut, or are you talking about like a printer that prints off your computer? I don't mind answering a craft question, but I just don't know what printer you're talking about. Okay, so what was one of my other questions today? Oh, someone asked me, I can't remember what I talked about on my first live compared to now. So somebody asked me how you get paid. And so on the platform, you get paid through PayPal. So it just goes directly into my PayPal account. And then from there, I can direct it to whatever bank account that I want. So that's how you get paid. And then also for payment, I actually don't have to deal directly with taking any payments or, hunting parents down for payments or anything like that. It all goes through the platform and then I just get paid out, through the platform. So that was also one of my most pressing questions. When you're applying, that's a great question. So when you are applying, what you have to do is obviously put in your personal information, like who you are. You have to be able to pass a background check, and you have to be from one of the following countries: the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. You have to be able to be from one of those areas in order to apply. And then they just, ask your general information. And then you just do a short little video just like this. And you just tell them about who you are and what you do and a couple of ideas of maybe something that you want to teach. Nothing is set in stone. The interview is just to kind of get to know you and see who you are as a person. And then when you go down the line, you can literally teach any age range or any subject. While I'm talking about age range, the students are as young as 3 years old all the way up to 18. So it's really so broad. So I taught a 17-year-old the other day in a history class, and then tonight I had a bunch of 4-year-olds in my Roblox class. So you don't have to do that. I just really can't pick an age because I love them all. So that's just what I do for that. I'm going to answer Cheryl's quick printer question. Craft for Cricut and shirts and mugs. Okay, so Cheryl, I have a Cricut Explore Air 2, and I got it at my local craft store, which is Michael's. So that's what I have. The Maker is a more updated machine that is pretty popular. I just don't have it yet. So that's how I make all my craft stuff. So good question. Let's see if there's any other teaching questions, teaching online. Actually, someone did ask me where you could teach from, and the answer is wherever you have Wi-Fi. I've taught on vacation before, so when I go on vacation with my family, I had a couple of classes here and there, and I can just go on, and when my kids are taking a nap, I can go and earn some money. Why not, right? But again, that's just me. You don't have to do that. The best time for teaching is anywhere from 4 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Coastal Time. I should probably know what that is, but the Pacific side of the United States, that is the best time for setting your classes. So yeah, for me being on the Eastern Standard Time, I set up like 8:30 classes, 9:30 classes. It's really good because those kids are just like finishing up dinner and getting settled. I think that's just where the highest population is right now. So that's why it's the way it is. All right, let me check um, my group for questions. Oh, what did we have earlier today? Oh, thank you, Sherry. She was telling me about how I was going live in my group and no one could hear me. Let's see. It is not ESL. There are some different companies out there for ESL. Um, let's see. Okay, so this person asked, do you see the same students throughout the year, or do you have different teachers or different classes? So that's a great question because it really depends on what you're teaching and if the students want to sign up for it. So you can have like ongoing classes where you do like 8 weeks and then you teach them every week or several times a week. So you can really build relationships like that with the students. But the students can always come to your classes as you put them out. So if they've taken like, say you only have 9 classes out and they've taken all 9 classes, I mean, they might not come back because they've already taken them. So it really just kind of varies on what you want to do as a teacher. But you can have one-time classes, you can have ongoing classes, you can have multi-day classes, you can have flex teaching classes. That all gets really more specific, and I would just recommend after you're like already signed up and ready to go, I can help you with more individual questions like that. I don't want to confuse anybody. I think that more general basic questions to, kind of see if it's right for you, and then we can get into more specifics after. Let's see what else we have here. Is it part-time or full-time? So there's no minimum hours. There's no maximum hours. You can just really work. Excuse me. You can teach whenever you want to teach. So there's no minimum requirement. There's no startup fee. It's not like that. It's literally you just go on and apply. Let me see what. Yes, you do have to be able to pass a background check. Let's see. The average that people charge is $10 to $15 per learner per class. So again, that varies. That's just an average because I know people want a number. But yeah, again, it depends on you. You get to make that decision. Let's see. How do you get the process started? Okay, so I do have a link and it's in my group, but I can message you out a link if you're interested in that as well. And then you can get started. And if you sign up through my link, then I would coach you exactly the whole process and how to do it and how to lesson plan and how to build all that stuff. So, let's see here. Let me check the comments here if any of you guys have any questions. Okay. Sorry, somebody was asking for my Clubhouse. Okay. Let me see if I can find. Okay, here we go. There's a couple of questions in this one here. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. How do you actually teach the learners online? We use Zoom. So if you don't know how to use Zoom, I can easily teach you, but it's just Zoom through the platform. So that's a great question. You don't have to have any special like kind of camera or anything. Obviously, the more cameras you have or lights you have, the better lighting you have. I mean, I'm in an office that has no windows, so I do have lighting because otherwise I'd probably be super dark. Let's see here. I just want to make sure. Okay. Yes, there are various classes that you can teach. You don't have to teach like math. If you're not good at that, like don't teach that. Teach something that you're interested in. There's lots of arts and crafts classes There's like show and tells, story times, morning meetings, how to use a calendar. It really is pretty broad. Let's see. Yeah, there's lots of resources that you can use. And I can definitely go into that deeper as well. Let's see. Sorry, I just want to make sure I get all the questions that have come through. Yes, they do have you do your profile and background check first, and then they'll like bring you through like a training to figure out like how to use their platform. There's a calendar on there, and you can set up the different dates and times that you want to teach. What else do I have here? It does not cost you any money to do the background check. Nope, that's just part of the process that they do. Yeah, you could make assessments for your class. So if you wanted to, have a class that's very academic based, and then you wanted to have an assessment at the end to see, where the student was, and able to, you were able to give that feedback to them to say, we went over the American Revolution, and here's what we went over, and here's what your final assessment was. It might be helpful to the student if they're, trying to practice for SATs or for their current history class or something like that. So there is the availability to do assessments and homework and things like that. So it can very much be more of an academic, or it can be like a life skill. Drawing is very popular, cooking, spring break activities. Summer camps are coming up, and there's a lot of want right now for virtual summer camps. You have to remember, the virtual thing is not going away. Parents are actually loving the fact that they can have their students in California and Massachusetts being able to like collaborate and talk to each other and get to know each other, because we weren't really able to do that before. It wasn't really a thing. And there's lots of parents out there that love that their children can talk to other students and meet each other on the platform, and then have like new people to associate with. So it's pretty great to be able to do that. And we didn't have that before. I'm going to go through and see if there's any other questions. You do not need a degree to get started. Nope. Let's see. I mean, definitely if you have any kind of teaching experience or coaching or babysitting or any of those kinds of things, they're certainly going to be helpful for you. But I have met people that have never taught before, but they kind of wanted to get into this. They've always kind of had that niche to get into that, and then they were able to do that through this platform. So yes. Let's see. How did I go about getting into this? I think it's really started in 2019 when I first started teaching for an ESL company online. I fell in love with it. I was able to, have that, second job at the time, and I could work when my babies were sleeping, and I didn't have to miss out on more time with them, and I didn't have to pay more childcare. I was able to, set up my office and just teach from here, and I absolutely loved it. For me, it's not even really work. It's like my mom time. Everybody's upstairs sleeping, and this is me. And now I'm talking to you guys. And that's why I'm sharing it, because it's an amazing opportunity. That's really why I'm sharing it. And so if you didn't already know, I do have a group specifically for online teachers. So if you are interested in any more information or you want the link to it, I don't just drop my link anywhere. I only have it in my group, or if someone specifically asks me for it. So if that is something that you're interested in, I can definitely put the link to my group so you can go ahead and get in there and get some more information. And I will share this video in my group as well. I'm going to go ahead and get the link. Hopefully, I'm going to get the link and send it over in the comments. For all I know, you guys can't even see me anymore. Let's see. Hopefully you can. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So I just put my group link in the comments. So if you want to join the group, you can certainly do that. Let's see. Oh, if you needed to cancel a class for some reason, if something ever happened to you, you absolutely can. You could just reach out to the parents, and there's a couple of different options. You can just refund the parent their money. You can offer them a different time frame. Um, yeah, you can definitely talk to the parents and let them know. Things happen in life, so you can certainly contact parents and figure out what's the best situation for everybody. Oh, yes. One of my friends here asked me about sewing classes. I think sewing classes would be a great addition of classes on the platform for sure. You can do one off workshops. Yes. Awesome. You could do worksheets. Yes. Oh, I actually have a video in the group too about how to use Canva. So if you don't know what Canva is an amazing graphic design. I actually teach a class for kids for graphic design using Canva. It's amazing. And I can show you how to make your own worksheets, how to make your own lessons, and graphic organizers, and all that fun stuff. Um, and you can do it for free. So I can definitely show you how to make your own worksheets and lesson plans and all that good stuff. All right, I think I've answered most of the questions. I'm going to go through one more list of questions. And if you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments. Let's see. I have a lot of people saying it's too good to be true. I know it sounds that way, but it is true. I'm living proof. I promise you. But yeah, okay, so this is a good question. Do I have to do this full time or can I do it on my side? Yeah, honestly, guys, if you wanted to teach one 30-minute class for the week, like say Monday nights, you're like, oh, all right, like I just want to teach like one like story time class or nighttime class or how to tie your shoes or whatever. You could just do one class for sure. I mean, it depends on how popular your class is, of how many people are going to be in there. But yeah, you don't have to have like 7 classes on your roster and work 10 hours. That's not the point, right? The point is to be able to earn whenever you want and work whenever you want and not have to live by someone else's schedule. So, um, okay, awesome. Yeah, I think I've answered a lot of the questions that people have been asking me today. But again, I had like 150 people message me today, literally no joke, on Facebook. And I just wanted to be able to share all of the information kind of all at once, give you guys a better opportunity to, see me too, because, there's only so much texting you can do without getting like a good vibe from somebody. So this is me and this is what you see was it what you get, and I'm here to help you and answer any questions. So if there's something on here that I did not answer for you today, just go ahead and send me a message, pop over to the group. I'll get you in there, I'll get you settled, I'll answer anything that you still have questions about. And yeah, I really just hope that I've shared enough information for you today to make your own decision to see if this is right for you and have a new venture in your life, try something new. And yeah, just reach out to me if you have any other questions. I'm going to hopefully pop this video into the group too, so you can always watch it back and it will stay on my page as well. So I hope everyone has a wonderful night. It was so nice to chatting with you guys tonight. And hey, Melinda. And so, yeah, if you guys have any further questions, definitely let me know. And I'm going to head out for tonight.